at episode 6 of Classroom to CEO. The episodes are flying by, but I'm going to stick to the theme, especially with holidays coming up and just really basking in that. How are you giving yourself a break? How are you stepping away? How are you self-caring? Because all those things are important as a business owner in your day-to-day. And I will say for me, I know when I opened my business, my goal was always I want to work on my business, not in my business. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to pay people to be there, like you have to trust a little bit and see how they proactively solve things. How do they guide things when you're not easily accessible? That's the only way to really see if your business runs without you. I just had this aha and epiphany, step away and have a tech-free day. And that is something that I didn't do at the start of business. I believe I just started that last year is when I got comfortable enough to be like, okay, I'm going to take this whole day where I don't open my computer, I don't check messages, I don't do any type of work, and I try to stay away from my device in general if I'm able to. Now, I will say there's a twist to that where I didn't make my tech-free day like a day during the week when we were open, because that is still a worry of mine. It's just like my staff not being able to have access to me if something critical or urgent were to happen. What I'm finding now is my whole team can carry out anything needed in my business. It was a matter of taking all those tasks and breaking it up into, okay, who has a strong skill set here that can handle that? Who can handle this? I mean, it's been a beautiful transition. And with being able to be tech-free, like I trust fully that my business can run. People are going to make great decisions. They're going to make the best decision that is more like, okay, what would the boss want us to do? So it is reassuring to have that now that I have that in place. But it was definitely hard for me to do that. And the more you kind of pull back and step away, it gives those people that platform to step up and show you what they're capable of. That's how leaders are built. And if I go down in history for anything, it is going to be educating kids to their highest potential and really pushing people into leadership. That once in this whole effort of being tech-free, just to give myself a loose top from business, I've also learned like, okay, the access to me is not the same. The level of what I want people to know is not the same. And there's just certain areas of my life that I would never touch upon in a public platform. And I'm okay with that. So when I do a tech-free day, I try to have it span across the board. I always want to communicate in advance, like, hey, I'm going to be out for a couple of days, or I'm going to have limited whatever, because I think there's purpose in telling people like that your communication might change. And in business, it's critical. Like you can't have a whole team behind the scenes and then you just randomly pop in and out. What does that look like for you as a leader? So I like to be intentional with it and I like to set it up, but it also helps me see like, can my team thrive? It just really brings me back to the whole classroom and mindset of like nap time. As a kid, like we were forced to take a nap, and then you turn into an adult and you're like, man, if I could just only have that nap from kindergarten. That's business. That's entrepreneurship. It's like we crave that nap that we were once forced to take. This tech-free day that I started taking has really helped me in more ways than one. It's allowed me to build and gain trust within my team. It's also allowed me to just step back and analyze and assess like what is happening, who needs some skill boosting, all those great things that it's allowed me to do that if I was just hands-on snooping around day in and day out, like I wouldn't be in a position to help them out. So take your time. Take a breather, set up something where you can just step away and observe. Be the bird's eye view of your business, and then you can be the best boss and leader that you can be. Thank you for tuning in. Next week is a holiday week. There's so much to be thankful for. So many things I have gratitude for just even in this journey. So I am going to pause and not have episodes next week, but I will pick it up the following week. Of course, for this week, there will be a story time coming at you, but stay tuned and watch out next week as I post all the different TikTok shop items I've received because it's Black Friday and there's a lot of deals going on. So make sure you check them out. I'll be sharing in that way next week. So like, share, follow, continue to engage, and just let me know like what your experiences are, what you're finding, how this resonates with you. And I'll be coming back at you with another episode in a couple of weeks.